again, we're about to go into the draft, but something to highlight as well, Minon on at Ruby keeps controlling the damage dealer, so it makes it easier for Kyoei to actually go in.
Yeah, and I think now, earlier in that game number 1, we got to see why the 2 Filipinos on the team, you see Rian and Gailey, love Minon so much, even outside of the game, because inside of the game, they are well taken care of by their EXP laner. So, Falcons MENA says, let's take out a Yuzong. Any team that would prioritize a ban on a Yuzong like this, other than the fact that it's actually in this current meta, I feel like it's one of those overlooked first 2 picks on the red side, but that's also a sign of, hey, we're gonna build another lineup that it's more static on the back line, maybe?
That, or they just know that Minon on the Yuzong is not a fun time.
Yeah, just respect it.
Right, maybe it's like, okay, you know, if Minon has this Yuzong,
it's not good.
Let's just wait for 15 minutes and then see what happens next, right?
Yeah.
It's like it's one of those things where Yuzong controls the turtle so well that you're basically not playing the game for the first 7 minutes, right? So maybe that's the kind of player Minon is on the Yuzong. So they're like, okay, we're gonna deny that. Jushin gets banned out as well, which is good and bad. It's good because you're not giving it over to VSG, but it's kind of bad because you're not using it yourself. Yeah. So in a way, you're telling people, it's like, yeah, I don't have time to train this hero.
Ooh, like it's not yet in
or I train, but I have no idea how this works.
Maybe. Or just saving it. There's a lot of questions there. But yeah, Jushin's not going to be a first pick. First pickables, the Rogers and the Hariths and the Low Yis of the world are still up for the taking.
I would say Roger, because Roger is solid going up against the Harith, as well as the Lui. And it's flexible. You can put it in the jungle or goal lane.
Yeah.
Or dare I say mid lane, who knows?
Oh, well, no. I hope that's not a Roger mid lane.
Yeah.
It's a bit too high concept for my taste.
Here's the thing, right? We can say whatever we want, just don't take our word for it, okay?
And so with the Roger pickup for Falcons MENA, VSG would pick up the Minotaur. It went really well. It looks like a comfort pickup for Gailey, and most importantly, up against Dashes, you want to pick up the Minotaur to force out Dashes. Julian for VSG, it's their turn to use that hero.
They pick up the Edith as well. I prefer going up against something like a Minotaur for the Edith to be in the roam position because you can pick up the Minotaur. Minotaur is a tank support. It's not a full tank, right? Yeah. The defense stats is not the same as a full tank, and the passive is not really to make sure that you stay alive that long. So honestly, if you have the Edith and a bursty kind of mage, you can deal with the Minotaur, making so that the Minotaur is delayed in building the items, because usually Minotaur goes for a first item flash, right? The flash of the Oasis. So you're not going to be that tanky. So I still hope that the Edith is going roam, but looking at how Fevin plays, probably going to go to XP.
Yeah. Earlier we did see it go into
Roam.
Roam. Yeah, it was the Roam. And we saw that interaction that you mentioned earlier, that if you toss the Minotaur and you're not careful, you're actually helping the Minotaur to come closer to your teammates. But the thing with the lineups for Falcons MENA is this is not a backline focused lineup. This is a lineup that will get up in your face and would want to fight under a Zaman Force and would want to claw you up front.
If VSG doesn't ban the Valentina, honestly, they should take it. Falcons MENA, you can take away the Million Fury, as well as possibly deal a lot of damage in the early game. So I'm thinking Valentina here. If Valentina is not picked up, honestly, another solid pick is the Farsa, but we haven't seen the Farsa so far in the MWI.
Yeah, it seems like a niche pick. Even though it makes a lot of sense for the meta, there's not a lot of teams that are incredibly comfortable yet with either playing it or showing it. VSG, they are taking away the Ruby because, okay, with the Julian and the Claude, I could see why they would be hesitant to play up against a Ruby up on the field. Quick crowd control with the second skill might mess up their entries.
Honestly, Bane is a good pickup for Falcons MENA, but the fact that they have the Harv as well as the Roger means, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Unless you go Bane EXP, but I think that's too much.
It's a little bit
I think that's stretching too far.
As someone who's tried it, don't. Not worth it anymore. It will most likely be a jungle if we're going to be seeing Bane again later here in MWI. Ooh. Who knocks?
They're going to have a very tanky something in the EXP.
Yeah, that's going to be their lane holder.
Oh,
Trisla's gone. Lapu is going to be have a hard time catching anyone. Who else is to be available in terms of the tanky presences of the EXP laner that has crowd control?
I'm even thinking if they go for something crazy by putting a tank in the EXP, because we've seen a Grok EXP before, but we haven't seen it for a while. And now the Valentina gets picked up by VSG. Even they understand how dangerous the Valentina is going up against the Minotaur.
Yeah, great call there.
Oh, Novaria. Don't know about the damage output of Novaria as well as Edith can do in the early game, though.
That's all magic. VSG will just rush Radiant Armors at this point. But the thing is, again, we don't know their EXP laner. The the Minotaur will pick up the, as you mentioned, the Flask of the Oasis. Then you build up the Radiant Armors later on. The other members of VSG cannot. Okay, so they're rushing magic damage. Don't tell me it's going to be another magic. They need a little bit more physical here.
Actually, now that I look at it, as long as the Roger follows up on Edith and Novaria, they should have enough damage. So, never mind. If it's a duo, maybe it's difficult. As a trio, it's fine. Toms gets picked up.
Huh. Usually isn't Tom's picked up against like really honest team fights?
No, I get it. Going up against the Claude wants to do the Blazing Duet and he goes Vengeance.
Vengeance, right, yeah.
So you're just countering by staying still.
Okay, so Vengeance now, and there's the Paquitos, you get crowd control, but yeah, duelists on the EXP lanes. This is gonna be scrappy. The way I look at these two lineups, all I see is just chaos.
Honestly, I feel like that's better for Falcons MENA, because I feel like if you see fight, I just fight. They're the kind of team that goes in and then hopes for the best.
And Falcons MENA will be hoping that they seal a point here. If they get swept, that puts them in the red. The beauty and the pain of the BO2 format. If VSG takes this, well, they're going to be in a very comfortable spot with a 2-0 in the very first match of the day. Falcons MENA versus VSG. Mirko, Trex, let's go.
Let's go is right. We're going to be jumping into game number 2. VSG up against Falcons MENA. And Scrappy is a perfect way to describe this comp for VSG. Scrappy is a perfect way to describe this competition. And looking at both of them, I would say Team Falcons MENA, they're fast moving, yes, but with the mid lane, with the, with Fevin as well, I feel like they could also take this a little bit slow if they want. They have some late game scaling. And on the terms of VSG with that Paquito, with the movement of offense again to the boss side, bro. The rotations from them in the first 2 minutes.
Man, game 1, you know, I did say Velvet getting out-microed in lane. This time it's not even fair. It's not even a 1v1. It's a 3v1 in the bottom lane. Velvet is going to have to recall again, and that will only give Minion, since there's already very, very aggressive in lane, even more power now. You can see that Electa is able to actually steal away some camps onward. Or Shadow comboed in, it's done, locking him down. Kyobi still trying to run away, get the healing touch right, they have sword, outplay the situation. What a move by Gailey and Synchro to help her out.
That's gotta be crushing to your confidence.
Yikes.
Team Falcons MENA set up the perfect little bait there. I mean, they had it. But Victory Sun Gamers, they rotate back to mid. Synchro Gailey saved the day for Kyowe.
That was well played, man. Even Kyowe able to get out just into the vision, out of the into the bush, out of the vision pool for just a second to get the help coming in from the motivation roar, the healing, and then obviously the terrify straight into the combo. And with the enhanced sword, you actually do get a little bit of HP, and Kyowe was able to completely abuse that there. Goes to show you that she played the Benedetta really well. She can also play the Julian really well. Synchro just sidestepped away from that Astral Sphere too. They are locked in.
They are a well-oiled machine right now. VSG, the way they're moving on this map. And even here with Synchro hanging out down on the boss side a lot because they know Yui's here as well. We see Gailey holding down the mid lane, making sure it's cleared. Everybody knows their job. They know the assignment. Team Falcons MENA, though, needs to find an answer. They gotta break through this aggression. They brought the Thamus this time, a nice aggressive early gamer. They have Electa. I mean, they have some possibilities here. They just need to pull it off.
Well played, man. One level advantage on Gailey. She's gonna have the Minion's Fury, so, and technically they'll also have the Primal Wrath. Enhanced Chain, knocking her off. Fevin almost taken down, forced to flicker under the tier 1. That's a shot from Yui that does not connect, and VSG, they're just utilizing the fundamentals so much better compared to Team Falcons MENA, and they're outclassing them with it. Poking them down before the neutral objectives, and then obviously getting these level advantage with better rotations. And even the weak side, they're playing it real well. Rihanna in this matchup against the Herod, she hasn't really been fully bullied out.
You know, we talk about this sometimes when we see teams that aggressively rotate like this. At least back in NA we do. You know, it's not always great to just play reactionary. Don't just follow them around the map. I think at this point, Team Falcons MENA, what they need to do is maybe play the opposite lane. If VSG is going to gank EXP, go try to gank gold. You know, play your own game. Look for positions on the map because VSG stays in this 3 group. Their mid is almost always moving together. So there are weak points on the map that Team Falcons MENA could attack. They cannot just follow them around because if they do, they're never actually going to gain any space.
And this is real bad. We were talking about how Rian, at least in the early game, she was being bullied. His Fury flicker forward, knock up straight to the blazing duet, but is still able to survive onward into the front. Not able to find the Earth Shatter to really connect onto anyone. He got Synchro, but Synchro was just able to Primal Wrath and deal out more damage, sustain back up too. She didn't really lose any HP in that skirmish with the sustain back, and even in the bottom lane, Minion, you can see the confidence already in VSG. That's a lethal ignition, Paquito. That's a full damage, Paquito. That's an FDP.
FDP is right. I mean, it's a FDT, full damage team. Everyone is ready to put someone down.
Except Gailey,
I mean,
unless...
Even Gailey, I mean, even with those Manolan's Furies,
all right.
we're causing mayhem. Bevan now in trouble.
Forced to use a Primal Rat defense, so Gailey still wants to go for it. You're right, at least in the aggression, but Gailey will be forced back. Synchro jumping in, Alexa go for the damage. Shui sniping her from downtown. Rian forced to use the BMI defensively as Alexa pounced on her.
But a beautiful defensive BMI, because a good wait. Didn't use it too early, waited for the Lycan Pounce to connect, but now Alexa.
Boom, bang. Into the knockout strike, knocking her up into the enhanced chain as well. The combo is perfect. Minion picking up the kill now. Velvet running them down with the vengeance. But VSG knows better than to take on Athamas with the vengeance still on. Kioe in that bush, great immobilization, but Velvet's able to step out just in time. Remember though, Minion full stacks. Go opening up, it up. Knockout strike to bring Fevin back straight into Synchro, and Synchro actually utilized that to take the Primal Wrath. It's a big ultimate now in the hands of Synchro. And even then, VSG say, you know what, we're a bit too low, we'll take the slow route.
Okay, so it's about a 1,500 gold lead for the side of VSG. Definitely not end game material. 1,700 to be exact. Math's hard. Team Falcons MENA, they should be getting somewhere soon. Names has been deathless. This time the gold lane is keeping up, and the trades aren't even too bad. Rian is about a level up, but Names should, I think, get that after this wave down on the boss side of the turtle, though.
Great position by Gailey, knocking up Electa. Now her Shadow Shades into Mario Wrath as well now. Then his Fury already used up earlier. Gailey's still able to find another knockup, and now it's Velvet all alone, isolated in the front. Gailey taking a big shot, but says, nah, I'm good. Minion getting the shielding, winning out in this brawl, or duel rather, against Electa, and Rian is on the turret in the mid lane. Kioe is on the turtle in the bottom lane. There's a trade in objectives at least for Team Falcons MENA, but still, it's so much better for VSG.
It's extremely better. Getting a mid lane tower at 6 minutes in is huge. I would trade an off lane tier 3 for that mid lane tier 3 any day, because what's this going to do is open the door even more for VSG to be as aggressive as they want, because now they're not just rotating through the bottleneck of the mid lane, they're rotating through your jungle if they want to. They're able to invade and escape easily. Gailey maybe in a little bit of trouble here though.
Lycan Pounce as well. Gailey's still able to survive, and just like that, she's brought in enough attention to give Rian space. Up top, enhanced sword by Kioe. Looking for a dive. Velvet already using a vengeance now. They're going to go on to turret first now. As Minion gets the shielding earlier. Now into the immobilization. Enhanced sword. Locking her down. Oh my goodness, these combos are ridiculous. VSG are styling on Team Falcons.
You know what we call that? Punching Thamus in the face. Quick left jab. Putting them down. Putting them out of their misery. VSG right now. And here they go again.
Brutal punch,
right back down to the bot side. I mean, it's troublesome. It's looking like a problem. Team Falcons MENA, again, I think the saving grace is going to be Names, just like last game. Names has got to do something here. Needs to hit a power spike. Got to start taking names, man. Got to start, you know, punching the clock a little bit, doing something, because if they don't get it together, and at this point, it might be time for Team Falcons MENA to just stay grouped up. Even if they lose one of these tier 2s in the top or bottom, they need to be a bit more grouped up, because the game that Victory Song Gamers is bringing is we're going to run around, we're going to find picks here and there, we're going to guerrilla warfare you, we're going to run 3-1, 3-2, 4-1, we're going to be all over and always coming at you. So if Team Falcons MENA isn't together as a team, VSG is going to pick them apart.
Oh, Minin up top. Oh no. Kevin unable to find the onward flicker out of the Earth Shatter as well, but still she will be taken out up top by the Zaman Force. Use up Kaylee, fighting the play. With a knock-up, Lycan Pounce to dodge away, but whoa! Great enhanced chain to catch the Lycan Pounce right after she used it. That's
Even
a kill.
if the Minoan's Fury doesn't get you, we got something else in the pocket.
Yeah, there's an elephant that comes out of nowhere.
We got another skill in the clip, ready to pop off. VSG just always has a plan right now. Team Falcons MENA. What do they do here, Mirko, right? It's First Lord. You definitely don't contest this, I think, at this point. They're about, it's 5,000 gold lead at this point. We're right back to the same story as game one. Yui this time, they do have some possibility with some, we saw some nice snipe shots early on, but they need to not take any fights. Even this, maybe give up the purple.
Yeah, I mean, for names, she's still able to secure with the Synchro Vision. That's a big plus. They didn't really want to go for, you know, the full contest, but as long as you can secure it on one of your members, this is actually the best case scenario for them. They give it over to names. Like you said, she's probably the last hope, technically, for Team Falcons MENA here. Now VSG, though, they already have LaFell. I mean, the Lord, right? They're coming down in the bottom lane now. Rian has the Golden Staff. It's a big power spike, too, for this Claude. I wonder if she went for a different path. I wonder if she went for the Corrosion Scythe into the DHS and then the Golden Staff, because 3 items in the 8th minute would be quite ridiculous. I don't think so. I think she's still on the second item,
It's
right?
9 minutes now.
Yeah.
We're breaking on 9 minutes.
That will be insane, though. If she actually does have 3 items in for the Claude at 9 minutes, that's
I don't know.
crazy timers.
This was 0-0-1. I don't think so.
Exactly.
Maybe if there was like a bunch of kills. But wait a second, nice pick off.
Great.
Away goes down, and that's going to be huge. That's going to be a shutdown right there. 3-1-3. Team Falcons MENA now. Kill goes over to Yui, so it's a little something. Should be able to clear this ward safely and just lose the tier 2 here.
Velvet's trying her best to actually try to defend this here in the mid lane. She actually built the Thunderbelt.
3 items in.
She has 3 items in 9
3
minutes with 1 assist. That's why, you know, I looked at the assist and I'm like, there's no way, right? Yeah, there is a way. If you are Rian, there is a way to farm up that fast with only 1 assist through the map. I mean, technically, she has been taking the mid wave too, right? So that explains it. She's been farming up a Storm.
Farming 2 lanes at once.
Maybe even 3. She goes bot, or even the
2
jungle,
lanes.
right? And now she's getting the purple buff.
She's everywhere. All right, let's take a look at Team Falcons MENA. We did see names working on the 3rd item, almost to 3rd item, had Feather of Heaven, had Starlium Scythe. So getting there, we know the type of damage a Harith can do and how much dancing. I think if there's a hero that they want to be able to scale towards the end, it could definitely be this Harith. You have possibility to dance around Kyowe with those chains in. If you have the mechanical gifts, you need to be able to dance around these fights, get out of range of these Minoan's Fury, and not get cut off like that. Fevin, a bad spot.
Ow. She got knocked up and she still went onward. But then she found 4 members of Victory Song Gamers standing there menacingly, obliterating the HP bar of Fevin. She wasn't even able to pop the Primal Rash. She wasn't even able to react to the 4 members in the bush. That's how much damage they have. Minin, Synchro, Rihanna on Claude with 3 items in 9 minutes. That's kind of crazy. And then now she's probably going to go for the Melfic Roar. But honestly, if I were in that spot, right? 3 items in the first 9 minutes, I would just go for even more damage. Or Wind Talker. We've seen a lot of those Wind Talkers. Considering you're that far ahead, this is the problem though, technically for them, right? If they're just so squishy, Minin can take a whole lot of punishment. They all can take a lot of punishment from the poke from Yui.
I mean, Yui's been definitely packing a punch, but at this point, it's even there. The heal comes back from Gailey immediately. They got to find their target. Fiven needs to be the one to be able to find these targets, but as we just saw, Fiven can't even face check bushes right now. There you go, though. Possible play.
Earth Shatter catching Synchro, still able to pop in the Primal Rod as Minute Fury's knocking them up now in the backline. Minute still doing some damage, placing to it from Rian. Able to demolish them all. The damage is enough, and Kyowe cleans them up. She shot the Astral Sphere, now she's back to normal form. She can't fly anymore. Rihanna and Kyowe looking for the end. They have a mini wave here. Gets shot down with the Astral Sphere, but it's not enough to really take the mini wave down. Rihanna on it, Kyowe as well. They can go for the straight dive right now as Yui pops in. The Astral Recall shoots it down, gets the wave out. Oh. Kyowe taking down the last shot from the turret.
All right, maybe a little too scrappy. Maybe a little too scrappy, but VSG still, it's a huge win there. And that's what 3, maybe even 4 items at this point does. And especially when you have this much of a gold lead in the tanks. Let's take a look at the items. Rion does get the Wind Talker in. Taking a look at the side of Team Falcons, MENA. Just, I mean, practically no defense there. We've got the dominance ice. We've got the dreadnought armor. A little something, but still it is a problem. Electa now, though, going to start working. I'm surprised they're going to be the ones to start this. Don't know if it's the right plan.
Velvet all alone. Didn't even pop the Vengeance Gaily, getting a two-man knockup. Feven, Primal Wrath, able to space out just in time onto Synchro. Also has a Primal Wrath, dealing some more damage, even more than Feven. And now she pops to Onward. Oh no, it gets canceled out. Rion, blazing duets. Now chasing Electa, now Synchro with the flicker forward, and Rion picks her up. 3-4-0. Play the victory song of the gamers now, because it's an enhanced Lord and 3 kills over to VSG.
They take no prisoners. If you're in their way, you're going down. VSG right now, I mean, they just feel unstoppable. Team Falcons, MENA, everything they try. Maybe rushing Lord at the wrong time there, but Falcons, MENA are kind of playing this like the gold is even, right? When they need to kind of be a bit more on the back foot. In the beginning, maybe not be as reactionary, but now it might be time to be a little reactionary. Hope that VSG overextends a little bit. Hope that someone goes a little too deep and Feven can find the pickoff, because I don't think they can force an engage. And now with Lord marching down and the way Rion's been playing, 4-0-5, just got the gold meteor in as well, Heart Gold meteor in as well. It's going to be a problem.
Enhanced Lord in the mid lane. 2 big waves in the side. Good pull from Velvet and Electa, trying to stop this from happening, but VSG are already taking down the base turret up top. Now straight into the bottom lane they go. Rion gunning that turret down real quick. Minion trying to go for the assassination. Will take a whole lot of punishment now. Minion's Fury knocking him up. Names gonna be caught in the back. Gaily gets the solo on Names, and everybody tries to dive. But victory song, gamers, they take Names and they sing songs.
It's a 1-2 punch. A quick finish from VSG. You said it in the beginning of these 2 matches, Mirko. They're showing that they are contenders right now. And I'm excited to see how they move forward in these groups.